Welcome to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a toddler activity journal. Since Valentine's Day is just around the corner, all of these activities are going to be Valentine's Day themed, and these are going to be exclusive to my YouTube channel. So if you're looking for some fun little learning activities for your toddler, then you've come to the right place. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I'll have more videos like this coming your way. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So for the first activity, we're going to be doing a color match. So I have different color construction paper here, and I'm just going to cut some hearts out of these. So I like to just cut a small little square like this before cutting any of the shapes out, and I like to cut them all at one time just so they're all like the same size. So this is definitely a different style of video than I'm used to. Typically I would just set up the camera, record the activities, and then do a voiceover later, and then I always post those to TikTok. But I wanted to try a different style out, and I thought it would be fun to have some exclusive videos over on YouTube because I'm trying to grow my platform over here as well. So let me know which style video you prefer, if you like more of the short form content where it's just voiced over and you kind of quickly see the activities, or if you like more of the sit down, chatty kind where I'm kind of explaining what I'm doing along the way. Sorry for the long ramble. I really just want to get feedback on what you guys want to see, but back to the activity. I have all the hearts cut out, so now I'm going to trace them onto the paper. So activity number 1 is done. Next up, my toddler absolutely loves the dotting markers. I've mentioned that multiple times. So I want to do an activity focused on that. So I think ladybugs is a good idea. I was kind of tinkering around with the ideas. I don't want to do everything that's hearts, and I feel like ladybugs just remind me of Valentine's Day. So we're going to go ahead and do some ladybugs. Here is how activity number 2 turned out. So I'll just give him a red dotting marker and let him dot all the ladybugs. So this one here took no time at all to prep. This one is I love you to pieces, and I just drew a heart onto the page. And then I cut out some strips out of construction paper, and I chose these colors because these just screamed Valentine's Day. But for this one, my toddler will take the pieces and then rip some pieces off and glue them onto the heart. So in all the videos, I always get asked how old my toddler is. I swear in every single video, I'm always getting that question. So my toddler is 2, he'll be turning 3 in April, but we started these when he was around 27 months. I'm not one that says months, but if I just said 2, then that could be different ages. So we're gonna go with 27 months. And when he first started, he knew his colors and stuff like that, but this has definitely really helped like solidify that for him. And then we've obviously been working on his name, and since we started this, he's actually learned so much with his name. He could definitely match them all up now, but obviously repetition is key. So with this one, we're going to be doing a heart name activity. I feel like it wouldn't be Valentine's Day if we didn't include chocolate. Chocolate is essential during Valentine's Day. So this next activity is going to be a box of chocolate, and then we're going to cut out some chocolate shapes to put inside the box. So up first, I'm just going to cut out different shapes out of the brown construction paper. So now that we have our chocolate little shapes cut out, we're going to make the chocolate box onto the page. So I'm just going to draw a heart for that. And then once we have the box created, I'm going to trace the chocolates onto the page. That way my toddler can match them up. another thing my toddler and I have been working on is determining between big and small. So on the paper here, I just divided it in half and did one side big and one side small. So I'm gonna cut out different size hearts so he can sort through those. I never in my wildest dreams thought that out of all the things that would go like viral for me on TikTok, that it would be toddler activity journals. Like when I started creating that video, I never expected it to take off the way it did, but honestly, I'm so glad it did. I've always been a creative person and I love like drawing and coloring and crafting. So this just feels like it was like meant to be or something, because I love creating the stuff. I love making the stuff for my toddler and getting to do the activities with him. And then I also love just like thinking of new ideas and sharing them with you guys. Like I'm just so happy and so blessed that this is a thing right now. So here's the 2 different size hearts that I created for the big and small activity. And for the next one, I think I want to do something with counting. So like I said earlier, I don't want all the activities to just be hearts, and obviously the majority of them are at this point. So I think for this next one, I want to do something with flowers or roses or something like that. So for the counting one, I think I'm going to do count the roses. I'm not really sure if I could draw roses. I feel like that's probably the hardest flower to draw, but I feel like roses equals Valentine's Day. So we're just going to do our best attempt. So here is how the Counting the Roses activity turned out. This is my first time doing a multiple choice activity, but I'm excited to see how it goes. He's usually really good at counting and saying the number verbally, but we're still working on number recognition. So I thought this would just be a great option for that. So now we're on to activity number 8. And for this one, I'm either thinking letter matching or number matching. So I don't know what I'm gonna choose yet, but obviously you guys have options as well. So for this one, I'm going to use pink construction paper. And again, I'm going to cut out some hearts. I can't tell if these are gonna be too small or not, but I guess we're gonna give it a go. I feel like that's a decent size. And for these hearts, I'm going to cut them in half. Since the last activity was numbers, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do some letters on this one. Since we've been doing the A to Z series, we've made it all the way from A to N to this point. So I'm just going to pick some letters to put onto these that are either from A to N. I feel like 8 activities is a pretty good number, so we're gonna go ahead and stop here, but I'm gonna quickly run through all the activities as a quick little recap. So the first activity is a color matching heart activity. We have all the hearts here made out of construction paper for them to be matched up. Next up is love bug dots, and you'll have your toddler use the dotting marker to dot the little ladybugs. Then we have I love you to pieces, and you'll have your toddler rip off pieces of construction paper to glue onto the heart. Next up, we have a name matching activity, so you'll write your toddler's name on the hearts for them to match up. And then we have a little shape matching activity. So this is a box of chocolate, and I created these little chocolate pieces out of construction paper for them to be matched up. And then we'll be going through big and small using 2 different size hearts. And then we have counting the roses. Your toddler will count the roses, determine which number it is, and then dot that with the dotting marker. And then we have a letter matching activity. So on the page here are capital letters, and then on all the pieces, there's lowercase letters for them to be matched up. So those are my ideas for a Valentine's theme toddler activity journal. So let me know what you think of all of these down below. And in all of my long form videos, I like to do a secret emoji. So if you made it this far in the video, I'm going to tell you an emoji. So make sure you comment that down below. For this week's emoji, let's go ahead and do a pink heart. Thank you guys so much for watching. And again, don't forget to let me know if you like this longer style video or not, or if you have any feedback or suggestions. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.